Okay, hello. This is week 6, and we are going to learn about FigJam and Community. I hope your midterms are going well, also for this class if you've started. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so as an overview, this week we're going to do a midterm check-in, and then we're going to go over FigJam, Figma Community, and then finding design inspiration. Okay, this is the attendance link. I'm going to leave it up for like a few seconds. Okay, and then this is the slide deck link if you want to follow along. All right, so the midterm, oh, I guess we're not in person, but you can put it in the chat. You can put a 1 if you've chosen a prompt, a 2 if you started brainstorming, and a 3 if you've already started designing. And it's totally fine, whatever stage you're at, we're just checking in. Very nice, good variety. Okay, nice. Well, either way, whatever stage you're at, I hope it's going well. I'm going to stay behind after this lecture if you have any questions at all, and you can also ask your TA. Okay, well, I guess, do you have any questions right now? Okay, all good. All right, so FigJam. This is like a tool in Figma used for brainstorming and collaboration. So FigJam is sort of like a big playground whiteboard, which is used for collaboration. So like Figma, it's vector-based, and they have a lot of tools that allow for better live brainstorming and diagramming within a team. So at a first glance, the FigJam workspace is actually very simple. There's no like automatic layers, assets, or design or prototype panels. Instead, all the tools that you need are going to be on the bottom or top right toolbar. So like in Figma, the top toolbar has collaborative tools like the timer, templates, comments, active user, and share functions. So Figma's collaboration tools can also be accessed from this toolbar. So tools like the cursor chat might be the same as if you're in like the normal Figma document, but other ones are more specific to FigJam. So the main toolbar for FigJam has most of the tools that you will need. There aren't that many, but they're all very versatile and powerful in their own ways. So the marker tool in FigJam is similar to Figma's pencil tool and can be used to draw and notate. So the tool will automatically smooth out any lines. You can't edit nodes on any of the lines drawn with the marker tool, but you're able to adjust the color and stroke size. And to quickly access this tool, you can use the keyboard shortcut M. So the shape tool is similar to in a normal Figma file. You can use it to create many different shapes, and once you've created it, you can change the fill color and outline of any shape. You can change the color of a shape, choosing from one of 8 preset colors, and shape outline colors are coordinated to their fill color and cannot be changed to another color. So shapes can have a solid outline, a dashed outline, or no outline stroke at all. So you can double click into a shape to add text to it and then access text customization. So text formatting options can include bold, strike through, link embedded, alignment, and bulleted text. So connectors. Connectors allow us to create paths or connections between shapes and objects. They can also be used to annotate or call attention to a specific part of the file, and this can be accessed using keyboard shortcut X. All right, so making connections. Connectors can be drawn between 2 existing shapes. or I guess two or more. To connect two objects, you can hover above, below, or to the left or right of the starting object, and you're going to click on the little plus node button and then drag towards a second object to form a connection. So it's basically the same as like when you're making a prototyping connection, you just drag and drop it. Connectors can also be drawn from an existing shape to create a new shape. So in this way, FigJam connectors are extremely helpful for diagramming and also visual mapping. So elbow connectors can be adjusted by selecting and dragging path handles and nodes. Handles can be crossed to create looped connectors. And straight lines can be verted into elbow connectors and vice versa. You can adjust straight lines using their end nodes. So the FigJam library is used to access stickers, templates, widgets, plugins, and more. Stickers are created by the Figma team for decoration, and you can also import code blocks, a timer, and other features. So community created templates help users get started on FigJam. So there are a range of different kinds of templates for many different purposes, ranging from team meeting templates to flow diagrams to icebreaker games. So if you're looking to create something specific, you can see if someone has already basically done it for you. So images, use the image tool to insert images into the file, and images can also be directly pasted onto FigJam. So it's going to be Command or Control C to copy and then Command or Control V to paste. And once it's been inserted, images can be rotated, cropped, and framed. And note that images will always scale proportionally. The stamp and emote tools add a new layer of fun and meaning to critique and feedback. So to use stamps, you're going to click to leave a stamp, and for emotes, you're going to click and hold to release. And so stamps will remain on the file when used, while emotes are temporary. So depending on if you want to access it later, you can use either tool, depending on which is easier. And that is going to be accessed using the keyboard shortcut key. All right, so the combination of stickers, stamps, and emotes are versatile in how they can be used. You're going to pop some stickers and stamps on as decoration or use them as more functional for visual feedback and voting. So especially if you're using this to sort of narrow down several ideas, you can see visually really easily which I will prefer at a glance. Okay, so the timer tool can be accessed using the I don't know what they call that, the little sparkle icon or collaborative tools button in the top right toolbar. So you're going to use a timer for timed activities and to stay on track. And once you're finished, the timer will sound and notify all users on the FigJam file. The high five tool is unique to FigJam, and it can be accessed a few ways. So you're going to either click the icon or the collaborative tools button, and then you're going to wiggle your cursor left to right and then hold down the H key. So if you move your hand cursor near another user's hand cursor, you can high five them. Okay, so cursor chat is also unique to FigJam and lets people on a file send quick temporary messages. So to access it, you can either right click or you can press the backslash key. Okay, so working between FigJam and Figma is very simple. Many objects can be easily copied from FigJam and pasted in Figma, and many objects will retain similar properties. Some FigJam objects, when copied over into Figma, will be treated as special objects. And so these objects include sticky notes, connectors, and shapes. So in the screenshot to the left, we can see that special objects transferred from FigJam have their own icons and functions within Figma. Okay, we're gonna do a little demo. If you guys can go to this link down here, I'll leave it up for a bit. Oh, I can also send it in the chat. That was a review. Okay. And then I'm gonna go to I'm pretty sure that's a link to a community page. So you should make your own copy, and if you want to follow along, you're free to. Okay, So basically, this is just a basic overview of like a live demo of the stuff I went over. Yeah, so the first thing we're gonna go over is gonna be sticky notes. I personally really like these. If you just click S on your keyboard, you're gonna see this little gray square. And if you click anywhere on the screen, your sticky note is going to appear. And then if you have a Mac, you're gonna do Command Enter, or if you have a Windows like me, you can do Control Enter, and then it's gonna automatically create another post-it like in a line, and you can keep going and you can press and hold and it'll go forever. But yeah, very handy. Yeah. Okay, I made too many. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, and then the second one is going to be connectors. So if you just click, if you just press X, or I guess if you, there's already that, but if you just press X, you can click and drag out a connector to a different shape. So if you hit enter while a connector is selected, you can add a text to it. So let me, 1 second. Okay, and then let's just say yes. And then this one will be no. Yay. All right. And then oh, we should be on the same document, but if you do cursor chat, so it's gonna be the backslash, you can say something. So I'll say, hi guys, wish we were on the same document. So if we were on the same document, you would be able to see me typing this, but unfortunately we're not. But yeah, just so you know, great tool to have. All right. So if you just click E, oh, not that. How do I get rid of the? Okay. Okay, so if you click E, this little wheel is gonna come up, and then there's gonna be emotes that show up. So these are stamps, which means that they stay on this document forever unless you delete them. But if you want emotes, which is going to be the top portion of this middle circle right here, these are the temporary ones. So they disappear after a certain amount of time. So it's like a temporary reaction. So yeah, so depending on what you want to do, you can use either of these. Yeah. Okay. And okay, I think the screenshot is a little outdated, but if you look at the bottom of your canvas, you should see like a group of several, it should be this right here. It's going to be like 4 icons together next to the post-it note directly to the right of the post-it notes. And then that's going to be where you find your widgets, stickers, and templates. Yeah, so if you just open, let's see, what should I drag out? You can drag and drop stickers into the thing. You can also drag and drop widgets. Oh my God, if you guys haven't used the photo booth, it's really nice. If you just press this red button, it'll take a little Polaroid picture of you and then automatically print it out and then have it in the document. Yeah, really fun. All right, so if you copy and paste from a Figma file, you can insert it into a FigJam and you'll be able to edit the design directly in FigJam. So if we double click this text right here, I'll say like Cafe Minnow instead of Minna, and it changes the text, even though it's like not directly tightly stored in FigJam. And then also with this, if I change, let's see, if I make this really long, it'll save the auto layout function. Yeah, so basically it's really handy because then it's really easy to go back and forth between FigJam, where it might be easier to get feedback on your designs and at your original Figma file. Okay, I think that is it. Yeah, okay. Okay, so some examples of when to use FigJam. So FigJam is simple but versatile and can be used for many different purposes like brainstorms, diagrams, and workshops. So if you're feeling stuck or want some example starting places, here are a few templates to use. Okay, so diagramming is one of the key functions of FigJam, and tools such as shapes and connectors make it as simple to diagram ideas and create mind maps. So if you feel stuck, try using a diagramming template to explore different ways to visually organize the information. And user personas. So FigJam can also be used to record and synthesize research information. So using sticky notes to organize information you've learned from user research, or to create preliminary user persona cards to aid in your design process. So fun and games. Some FigJam templates and uses are a little bit more unconventional, such as this haiku composer that they have, which I guess you can double click and make your own haiku. Very fun. So while FigJam and its tools can be used to create organized diagrams and complex mind maps, don't shy away from using it as a whiteboard. It is described as being. So here are some examples of how the Figma Decal team has used FigJam to plan this semester. So while there is some structure, we also make most of the FigJam tools to make more meetings more engaging and fun. So this is a screenshot from, actually, I think this is from last semester, the screenshot, but yeah, this is like the planning that we did to see like how the course is going to go overall this semester. Okay, so Figma Community. What is Figma Community? Figma Community is a space for all users to discover resources, find inspiration, and support creators. We also post our slides, labs, and homework on Figma Community just so it's public access. So Figma basically wants to make design accessible for everyone, so community is like a big part of this vision. So users contribute by publishing files or developing plugins for everyone to use. You can find UI kits, wireframes, FigJam templates, and there's so much out there. And you also can publish on community. I'm pretty sure anyone with an account is able to publish to Figma Community. So if you like finish your midterm and you want to publish it for other people to see, you're welcome to do that. And you can basically think of it as Behance or Dribble, but directly on Figma and specifically for like Figma files. Right, so resources you can find on Figma Community. Community files are user created, publicly available files that anyone can view, inspect, and duplicate for themselves. So when users duplicate a file, it saves a copy onto their drafts. And plugins are third-party add-on features for Figma and FigJam that users can download to make their experience efficient and enhanced. And when users install a plugin, they can access it directly within the editor and FigJam. So prototypes are a type of file, but published via the prototype view instead of the draft view. And users can interact with it and duplicate them, and they have a play icon. Okay, so Figma Community is going to be in your right-hand panel. So there's several ways to explore on Community. You can search for specific files, creators, or tabs. So once again, you might have already searched for our class resources on Figma Community, but there's like so many other options to look for. You can explore the resource feed, and you can also view specific files and creators. Okay, so this is like a diagram of what Figma Community is and what all the sections are. So you see in the top there's filters, search bar, featured files, plugins, and then you can sort feed and explore at the very bottom. Okay, and this is what the resource page is going to look like. As you see on the top right of every resource page, there should be a duplicate button where you can make your own copy of that Figma file. Yeah, and then underneath there's going to be a description, who made it, clickable tabs, more about whoever made that, and then you can also comment on the page. Okay, so creator profiles. Figma users can opt in to create a custom profile by claiming a public handle to show their resources. So you'll need a profile in order to publish, like, follow, and comment on resources. Duplicating files and installing plugins do not require a public profile, but if you want a custom handle with your name on it, we suggest you create one now. So what can I use Community for? You can look for inspiration on what others design and see how others use Figma. You can make your workflow faster by downloading plugins. You can use templates. You can look for design libraries, UI kits, wireframes, and yeah, to basically kickstart your design process. Oh, we already did that. Okay, are there any questions about anything I just went over? Okay, cool. All right, so community examples. Yeah, this is some of our favorite files that you can use for your midterm. Okay, I'm realizing now it might be easier if you guys go on this document because I'm pretty sure these are clickable links. Yeah, wait, let me just put it in the chat and see if, oops. Okay, I put the slides in the chat, so if you want to click on the name of each of these, you should be able to directly link to the file. So there's like a lot of them. I would say you guys should go through it yourself to see what you're interested in, just because we did give you a lot of options, but they're all very fun and great to explore, even if you're not actually going to use it in your midterm. And there's like a large variety of stuff we gave you too. So like brand styling, like poster design, avatar illustrators, mockups, material design system, user research. Oh, this is you probably won't use this for your midterm, but you can play Catan in Figma, which is very fun. If you guys want to play with your friends, it would be very fun. There's also Zelda Maker, very innovative. Yeah, a lot of fun things. Resume template, if you need to remake your resume. Tetris. I think Ace really likes the Figma Tetris. You guys should play. Yeah, if you guys just go in the, once again, like I think all of the titles are clickable, so yeah, feel free to play around. All right, so finding inspiration. I think this is the last section. So this is going to be going over how to distill ideas and research into a cohesive design approach. So getting inspired can be a little overwhelming. Here are some ways to spark inspiration and get your creativity flowing. So the first one is going to be online resources for design inspiration. So like we just went over, Figma Community has a lot of that. Or if you want to go on Behance and Dribble, also really great resources. Two, unexpected sources of inspiration. So I guess like you really can't take inspiration from anything. I guess depending on how you think about like the world around you, you can really find like fun things everywhere. And then the third one is going to be funneling and organizing inspiration. So learning from your peers. Looking at fellow designers' work can help you spark your creative process if you're feeling stuck. So here are some online resources for you to search and discover everything from UI UX design to motion graphics to photography. So first one, Figma Community, of course. Dribble, Save It, Pinterest, Muesli, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, and then Motionographer. So inspiration is everywhere. Stepping away from the places we normally seek inspiration can lead to a whole new world of inspiration and creative juices. So first one is going to be package design. A lot of packaging is really pretty. I feel like especially lately, there's like a lot of emphasis placed on great graphics for marketing. The second one is going to be fashion. And the third one is going to be architecture. So inspiration is not the same as copying. So make sure if you're using someone else's work, make sure that they're one, okay with it, especially if you're publicly sharing that work and you give them the credit that they deserve. So always make sure that you give credit to whoever you take inspiration from. Referencing some more non-traditional sources of inspiration, learning from other designers and blending inspiration together with your unique viewpoint is a great way to make sure that your work is original and unique to you. So it's totally okay to like take inspiration from other people. Just make sure if you're not just like copying one-to-one from them and that you're like implementing your own ideas into it. So organizing inspiration. Documentation is important and can help you organize scattered inspiration into a design approach. So if you have a place to save any inspiration that you come across, whether that's staffing a quick picture, adding it to an album on your phone, or creating a mood board in Figma or Pinterest. So tips for mood boarding. You should be clear about the project's goal and you should start with your keywords. So what do you want your mood board to convey? And if you use your mood board to convey, or sorry, use your mood boards to explore new ideas and concepts quickly before diving into your project. Okay, does anyone have any questions about what I just went over? Okay, cool. All right, so wrap up. Some announcements. Your homework 6, you don't have any new homework. It's just going to be basically finishing your midterm. Please use your time wisely. Oh, not widely, wisely. We know that you guys have other midterms right now too. So if you need any extensions or anything, make sure to contact your TA. Yeah. Okay, you do have lab this week, but it's going to be yeah, it's going to be your midterm critique. And we want to make sure that you spend some time in your lab critiquing your midterm. So depending on where you are, this is basically like an in-progress check-in. Please don't miss this lab because it's like a really good place to get feedback, not just from your peers, but also your TA in a built-in structured time. So, and you will be using FigJam to run this critique. Okay, the secret word is, let's make it midterm. Okay, yeah, that is it. Once again, we will have office hours 10 to 11 a.m. on Friday, but you are free to go unless you have any questions, and I'll stay behind.
Hi, what was the word?
Midterm.
Thank you.
Yep.